One of the most important things in business is speed to market or idea to market. Today, we are going to talk about funnel AI within GoHighLevel, which is a very interesting function because it helps you bring an idea to life. Even if you are starting out or if you already have a practice in whatever niche or field of profession for multiple years at this point, and you maybe have a website that you built your own or someone built for you, if you have a new idea, if you want to build a new funnel or a new offer, or you are launching a completely new business, you need a couple of things. You need social presence where you can channel people or traffic from, and you need somewhere where you channel them to, right? It's generally a website, which is functional because you can collect the email addresses in forms, you can book a call and such. Today, we are going to take a look at how great of an initial website and how quickly we can make it in GoHighLevel. We are in a GoHighLevel account right now. We go on sites, funnels, but this applies to websites as well. I like more the funnel structure, so let's see how it goes. I click on new funnel, and instead of going from blank or choosing from the templates, we are going to use funnel AI. And I stop here for a moment because I think one of the most time consuming thing when we are starting from blank is building out the structure, the sections, the deciding like what sections we should have, like testimonial section, how it should be built up, if you want to split up to two separate parts on the screen and then optimize it for mobile. I think that's what is the most time consuming. So for example, if I would just go to templates and select one where I like the structure, even if the coloring and the design is a little bit off from what I'm expecting it to be, the structure, if I have the structure, I saved already probably 60 to 70% of the time because I don't have to figure that out and build that for myself, right? And so that's why working from templates is an easy way to do. But let's see what we can do with funnel AI. I am going to select for example, a solar niche, solar energy contractor. And I am going to call this, as you can see, I made a couple of them already. Let's call this Solar Scale LLC. I go to next, and another important part is like what the function is going to be of my website. I am going to collect emails. Am I going to book appointments? So if I book appointment, I have to have like a detailed description of what the person is going to book appointment for. So there are a couple of directions where GoHighLevel is helping you, and this will add to how the structure is going to be built. So for example, I want to have a main website, and generally my main website, I want it to offer appointments to people. I will probably build another one for lead generation. And if I want to just showcase my services or sell products directly, generally in a business like chiropractors, local businesses, solar installation companies, we don't sell. We are just collecting leads, and then the sales is actually happening on the call. If it's a low ticket product or something, then probably I would rather pick this, right? I'm going to use the appointment booking one, and let's see what it generates us. And here we go. We are only a couple minutes into this video, and we already have a website which actually looks pretty good. I honestly don't quite like this green color here. But I can switch it up very, very quickly. So if I just switch it up to like black or maybe like gray or something like that, but it already looks much better because that green was really vibrant. But that's how quickly I can adjust to it, right? And so I have buttons everywhere, and a couple of modifications to make this functional is basically selecting what the button action should be. I would generally advise to use open pop-up on all of them. And then up top here, I could just open up the pop-up, and then basically I would be able to put a calendar, and I can switch my calendar. So for example, discovery call, and it would be input here. And so I also don't quite like the background of the pop-up, but I can switch that up in the settings, for example, like this. And we already have a pretty neat website. And so I obviously need to modify, add my logo here. Maybe I would want to switch up the buttons here a little bit, schedule an installation now, again, go to pop-up. And I think it's a pretty nice website, well structured. We do have the testimonials, and we do have a couple of images, some description about the company, etc. And what the thing I like the most is that it already uses variables to populate the site, right? So if you have your location email filled out already during your setup, or location, address, or phone number, it already pre-populates on the website. So for example, if I click on the preview here, and then I check how it would look like on the internet at the moment, and I scroll down, it fills out with my information right away. So the way I would approach this is basically I would just change the copy and finalize the design before I would move forward. But obviously, I would also need a landing page for let's say more like a thank you page when someone actually books a call on the calendar. So on the calendar, I would change the calendar action to go to next step. So once someone booked a call with me, and the call booking function actually happens, then I would want to redirect them to the next step, which is not built. So Funnel AI is only building one of them, but I would basically make a thank you page. The reason why I would start with designing the first page is because after the design and the copy is done on the first page, I could basically use the homepage and import it on the thank you page. So the base design would be taken over from the first one, so I don't have to do that twice. A little bit of a time saving, and then I would basically go in, edit it, and then delete most of the sections and only keep just like one or two sections, like one section on the top. Maybe I would even delete the header or the menu items so they can't click away or anything like that. Especially like if you are building a funnel, generally we don't need menu items because everything is on one single page. I'm basically done with my funnel. The last thing is that I would need to connect my domain, which now you can either purchase outside of GoHighLevel, so buy on GoDaddy or Namecheap, and then connect via DNS records, and then after that you can basically select your domain and your website is pretty much live, and then you can use your domain and then put it into your social links, or you can drive traffic to that page via paid ads or organic content or whatever your traffic source is. But we are pretty much done. If you want to be even faster and you don't want to leave GoHighLevel at all, you can go to settings, domains, and then purchase domain. And then you can basically purchase a domain through GoHighLevel. So it's even easier than using an outside source, because connecting with the GoHighLevel funnel and the email service will be much easier if you purchase your domain within GoHighLevel. So literally, we are just a couple minutes into building this website, and spending a couple more minutes to buy that domain, I would be basically live with a real website on my very new project or very new offer, or I would just revamp my existing website within literally just a couple of minutes. Obviously, time would go into the design and the fine tuning, and also the text and the copy needs to be changed on the website. But for example, if I already have a previous website, I would be able to copy and paste some of the text, some of the copy right away. And if I want to add extra sections to the website, so like after testimonial, I would want to do something else, I could basically scroll down, duplicate one of the sections that has a similar structure of what I'd like to achieve. So for example, I like this structure, but I want to have like a different communication, or this section would serve a different purpose. I would basically just come here and then grab it and then move it down. There is an easier way also, clicking these arrows. So it would be like split up a little more. For example, here I do have a sticky background. Then I have just a standard flat color background, and then again like an image, like a sticky image in the back. It's kind of like switching up a little bit. So I do have a little bit of a more interesting design, if you will. So that's it. We are pretty much done with our very new project. We can go live and get some appointments for this new business. If you would like to see other GoHighLevel or other system integration type of videos, like and subscribe. See you in the next one.